But I want to begin by looking back at last night's State of the Union, and especially at that subject matter that Representative Phil Gingrey of Georgia called outrageous, that when the president said everything from American Energy, every strategy, except, of course, he didn't bring up Keystone. Well, I'm going to with the governor of North Dakota. Jack Dalrymple joins me now. Governor, welcome. It's good to have you.
Oh, thanks a lot, Hugh. Good to be with you.
You know, I was unaware that North Dakota allowed Yaleys to return.
Yes, it can happen occasionally, and but it's a small group.
It's got to be a small group. Well, Governor, you had to be listening last night, and the president says that we need an all-out, all-of-the-above strategy that develops every available source of American energy. What did you make of that statement against the veto of the Keystone XL pipeline?
Well, that just doesn't square up at all with what we're seeing on this Keystone debate. And, we don't understand it at all because it's a huge benefit to us in North Dakota. We have a booming oil industry going on, and we've got 3 pipelines that had plans to deliver petroleum into the Keystone pipeline. If we do that, we can eliminate thousands of trucks from our roads and just really, cut down on the impacts that go on. And the pipeline, goes straight down to our markets. And, this whole notion that the State Department would stop this from happening is really mind-boggling.
Governor, did the president ever call you up to talk about this? Because obviously you're the state that would have the most impact at the cross-border. You would have to have all of the approvals done. So did he ever pick up the phone and say, okay, Jack, what do you think?
No, of course, we never heard anything about it. And, we really felt blindsided because we didn't think that the oil industry either, was picking up any clues on it whatsoever. Nebraska, of course, was offered as the excuse. I talked to Dave Heineman in Nebraska right away. And he said, we've had some pushback on the route, but he said we're going to figure out where it can go, and the legislature will approve that, and that can be worked out. So I couldn't see where there ever was a deal breaker problem with it. But we all know what's going on. I think everybody in the country knows what's going on. It's about tar sands. It's about the environment, and, the whole business is just a big excuse, including the part about how, the reason it was denied was because they didn't have enough time. That just is absolutely not going to hold up because they've actually had over 3 years to study this. And the notion that they just didn't have enough time to understand it is really, really out of bounds.
Governor Jack Dalrymple is my guest of North Dakota. Governor, how many jobs do you think would have been created in 2012 just in North Dakota if the green light had been given?
Well, it's hard to even quantify because, this translates back into the amount of oil activity that we will have in a significant area of the state. We're in a huge expansion in the Bakken Formation. We're currently number 4 in the nation in oil production, and we think that this year we will surpass Alaska and surpass California to move into the number 2 position behind Texas. There is an absolute possibility that between the shale gas findings and our oil production and the production in Canada, North America could become energy independent very soon. And to pass up that opportunity is just mind-boggling.
Last question, in terms of the Republican presidential campaign, are the candidates talking about Keystone enough for your liking, Governor Dalrymple?
I don't know how the president, could, not mention it in his State of the Union address. This is a major project. It's a decision to make our nation energy independent. He's saying in the same speech that the expansion of energy production is a top priority for him. I mean, out here, it's in the paper just about every day.
But has the national media been bugging you, like the New York Times and the Washington Post? Are they calling you up for comments?
You know, we have had some national media ask us about it. I think that right now they've kind of toned down on it because of the rejection. I don't think they quite understand that, you know, the story is not over, that we can reapply with a different route, which is what's going to happen. And, you know, it'll be right back in the forefront, you know, in a matter of a few weeks. But there's no way that this issue goes away because, you know, it's about, you know, energy independence for our nation. I mean, what could be more important?
Governor, thank you for spending time. You're absolutely right. It's national security, it's economic growth, and it's a baffling decision by the president. Governor Jack Dalrymple of North Dakota, thank you.